Hey everybody, we're going to be looking at Churchill Downs Thursday, May 25th. My name's Dave May. I'm the creator of Thorostat, NHC tour member, been on the tour for 3 years now, and I've been using Stats Race Lens to break down and more effectively be able to find vulnerable favorites, some value using speed figures, pedigree analysis, as well as any additional filters and angles that kind of can help me either narrow down a favorite to throw out or a favorite to kind of key around. So my job here and my goal is to help cut through the noise and allow you to handicap a little bit more effectively and efficiently. Um, give top four selections out, play that top selection when in place is how I typically play it. Top four in exactas and trifectas. I roll pick threes, I play pick fours, honestly play the selections however you typically play every day. I don't recommend playing every race. There's no way to make money that way, but definitely use our analysis and our breakdowns to help build tickets, throw favorites out, find horses that you typically wouldn't look at. I use stats to find value to be able to win the NHC. I was the second ranked rookie, double qualified 2 years ago, made the cut on in 22. So we're going to dive here directly into Churchill Race 1. Once again, follow us on YouTube and Twitter at Thorostat, Thorostat. Subscribe, um, get the notifications, ring the bell on YouTube so you can get daily notifications about full analysis, individual race videos that we'll post selections for, as well as some live streaming that we're going to want to do here on the weekends for big days, Breeders' Cup, Belmont, and also for the big meets coming up in the summertime, live streaming, hopefully for Saratoga and Del Mar. But we're going to dive right in here to race one at Churchill. Race one at Churchill, maiden claiming mile and a 16th on the main track. Five's going to be going to go off as the favorite, I believe, here on Thursday, race one. But looking for some value. I think the four should press the early speed and kind of press the button here. The three should close into it a bit. I think the five's vulnerable. I'm going to use him in our top selections. I'm not going to have him as a top selection though. I think that the three will be able to close into the pace. The four just kind of shits the bed here and dies off, it looks like. So we're going to use the three, 9-2 morning line. Reprehend is our top selection here at Churchill in the opener. We're going to use the four. I think the four could hang on for second. The five just kind of runs flat, it looks like. I don't think he's going to go past anybody. And actually, I think the three will just blow on by here in the stretch. The four should just hold on. So the five regimental in our top selections here at Churchill, and the one Divining Stone to wrap out our top four. Top selection in the opener here, Churchill, in this maiden claiming event. The three Reprehend, four River in Egypt, five Regimental, and the one Divining Stone. Again, showing you here, race one opener, top four selections, top four picks are going to be 3, 4, 5, and 1. Race 2, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the PPs here because race 2 is a 5 furlong maiden special baby race on the dirt here at Churchill. We're going to dive in to the PPs, either lightly raced horses or first time starters. So we're going to have to get creative, get tricky with it, and find just little gems in either the progeny performance for the dams, the sires, as well as any workouts. So number one doesn't really look much. I'm going to be quiet here for a second. The two had some bullets before its last run. Edgar Morales on top again, aboard. I'm going to assume they used the 4.5 as a workout. Essentially a gate workout for this horse, I think. He had a gate work on the 24th. This horse has raced a couple more times the 3, as well as the 4. The 2 standing out. The 5 actually had a gate work on May 11th, so 2 weeks ago here. As did the 6. Any other equipment changes for any of these? The 8. Dam actually has in the money 63% Lavender Baby out of Rubiano. The 8 and the 9. 8. 5. 852. 8, 5, 2, and 6. Let's try to see what we can do here. I'm going to actually go ahead and take this 2 on top. I think that it's a long shot, 12 to 1 morning line, but I think that workout was more of a gate work for that horse, Sugar Steve. So we're going to take the 2 on top, Sugar Steve, over the I believe it was the 8. The 8, yep, because the mare's got a 60% ROI. 2, 8. Looks like Luis Saez is on the 6, and the 5 was a decent setup there as well, first time starter. So we're gonna go with the 2, morning line 12 to 1 on top, Sugar Steve, 8, Burning Hot, 6, Fifth Avenue, 5, Cassius, top 4, race 2, Churchill, 2, 8, 6, and 5. Race 3 here at Churchill, mile 16th on the dirt. Looks like the 6 and the 4 are going to kind of duel it out on the front end. I think the 4 may hold on a bit. There's really no other speed, so I'm going to keep the 2 early speeds in our top selections, but I like the 3 Windy Bay on top here in race 3 with the 2 in our top selections, and then I'm going to just throw in the 4 and the 6 here. The 4 looks like it would make a move, Byzantine past the 6 East Shore. So we're going to close out our top 4 with those 2 early speeds. Hopefully they hold on. Think they hold on because there's nothing really here moving in these other middle horses. So our top selection is going to be the 3 Windy Bay, 2 Luna Moth, 4 Byzantine, and the 6 East Shore. Again, showing you here top 4 race 3 at Churchill, 3, 2, 4, and 6. Churchill race 4, mile and 16th on the dirt, claiming event. 7 looks to have some early speed here, as well as the 2. 2 and 7 kind of just die off as well. I'm going to completely pass on this early speed. I think they're just going to stop, come to a screeching halt. So I think the late movers here are gonna hit the board, clean it up. The 5 Shazier is going to be our top pick here in race 4, with the 6 Sprinklehead, the 1 Unstoppable Me, and the 8 Ronnie the Limo Driver. Our top 4 are going to be these late late horses hanging on for a piece of it. 5, 6, 1, and 8. Race 5, Churchill, lone turf race here at Churchill Downs, mile allowance, optional claiming. The one, we're going to go dive into the PPs real quick, see if there's any, any pedigrees or anything that stands out that may trump some of these speed figures and pace figures here on the turf. Nothing that I would normally kind of raise my hand about. Um, looks like the one Whisper Not, consistent speed throughout. I like late movers, especially in these route races on the turf. So I'm gonna take a swing here with the 2, Mr. Thunderstruck. Um, fastest figure all throughout, all the calls in the entire race, faster than the track class rating on the turf here. So I'm going to go with the long shot, morning line 8-1, the 2, Mr. Thunderstruck, the 1, the favorite, Whisper Not, the 7 and 6 look like they're going to pick up the pieces here underneath, the 7 Gallant Guy, and the 6 Legal Attack. Our top selection, though, is going to be a morning line long shot 8-1, Mr. Thunderstruck on top, 1 Whisper Not, 7 Gallant Guy, 6 Legal Attack. Again, Churchill, race 5 on the turf, 2, 1, 7, and 6. Churchill, race 6, 7 furlong, claiming event on the main track. Some early speed here, 7 furlongs for me, 1 turn. Typically runs more like a route race, at least in my eyes. Got some early speed, tons of middle kind of bunched up speed here. I'm going to take some late pace just because it's the highest figures. The only horse that looks like they've even run close to the track class rating on the surface. Another long shot is the 5 here, Test Pilot. The 5, it's going to be bombs away, it looks like for us. Most of the card here at Churchill is going to be our top selection. The 2 and the 7 are pretty close. Since I play the NHC, the 2 is probably going to be the favorite. If I've got horses that are basically pound for pound, same speed figures, and one's going to be the favorite, I'm just going to do a bet against, especially if I'm playing 1 or 2 entries in the NHC or a feeder. So I'm going to still use the 2 underneath in our top 4. The 7 Brondo, though, 8-1 morning line, definitely going to be a second selection, especially if I was going to play 2 entries for the NHC. So I'm going to beat this 2. I'm going to use the 2, though, and the 8 to round out our top 4 here in race 6. Gonna go with some long shots though here at Churchill. Churchill race 6, 5 top selection Test Pilot, 7 Brondo, 2 Tetsu, 8 Doubly Blessed. Race 6 here at Churchill. Top 4, 5, 7, 2, and 8. Churchill race 7, 6.5 furlong allowance race here on the main track. 3 is going to have a ton of early speed. Looks like most of these horses will. Kind of dies off here a bit. The 4 mid pack closes into it. I'm going to go with a long shot again here. Morning line 8-1. I don't know how much it's going to hang on there. Either I'm seeing the ball really, really well, or I'm going to be fucking completely off. We're going to find out together though here at Churchill tomorrow. Race 7. I'm going to take the morning line 8-1 to win this race. Code for success, just off pure speed figures. The 3 will, I think, round out the top 2, at least for me, just because of that 101 in the early speed and those pace figures. The 3 cancel this second selection for us. The 7 Donnie and the 2 Beau Artis to round out our top 4. Our top 4 selections, another bomb here from what we're seeing on race 7. 4 code for success, 3, cancel this. 7, Donnie. 2, Bose Artis. 4, 3, 7, and 2, race 7 at Churchill. Churchill Downs, race 8 finale, mile and an eighth, allowance optional on the main track. Super packed with late speed, tons of just speed all throughout. I think the 9 is going to press this 8 here on the front end. Hang on for a piece of it, but there's some other late speed that I think is really gonna close into this early pressing pace, crushing pace in this 9 furlong event in race 8. I like the 2, morning line 7 to 2, 127 late here, basically 20, almost 10 to 15 points higher than the class rating. 2, Cook Creek is going to be our top selection. Chilly for us so far in the last couple of races at 7 to 2. I think the 9's going to hang on for a piece of it, Creative Minister. And then rounding out our top 4 selections here, the 6, Trafalgar, and the 4, War Campaign. Close to and above the track class rating pace figures here, 6 and 4. Our top selection, finale here at Churchill, race 8, the 2, Cook Creek, 9, Creative Minister, 6, Trafalgar, 4, War Campaign, 2, 9, 6, and 4 to finish out the card here at Churchill. Thanks again for following along. Again, Dave, creator here of Thurostat, NHC Tour member. Definitely like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube at Thurostat, on Twitter at Thurostat as well, THOROSTAT. We're going to recap our top selections here for the 8 race card at Churchill. Race 1, top selection the 3. Race 2, top selection the 2. Race 3, top selection the 3. Race 4, top selection the 5. Race 5, top pick the 2. Race 6, top pick is the 5. Race 7, the 4. And race 8, number 2 is our top selections. Thanks again for following along. We're going to have 4 tracks out on Thursday. Good luck on Thursday. Don't play them all. Play the ones you like. Definitely some long shots here at Churchill. And good luck at Churchill on Thursday.